some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Mayava. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The tight end. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll go to the ground. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
The RPO fires complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He's going to fire deep. He's got it inside the 25. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Looking for a man. It's Peters. Makes the catch. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
And the Vols are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He's got the tight
plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Trying to start the drive with a pass. With the catch, it's Ramirez. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game, a remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No,
There he goes. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Rose. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Back to throw, it's Peters. Here comes the heat. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Got a man. It's Beckham. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Volunteers will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll field the punt. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. To the air on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got his man downfield. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll take it himself. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. This is a designed run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Peters. Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. He's got him. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Vols are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Concepcion. At the 35, he's open. Touchdown, Tennessee. Once he got some room, it was over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Penn State is getting taken to the cleaners today. We're talking heavy starch on a hanger, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. They're trailing by 14 to LSU. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
This receiver there, it's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. The quick out. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Takes the handoff. It's Ramirez. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Back to pass on second down. Complete to the left. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Reads it, fires complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a third time.
And the Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Motion from the back. From the red zone, looking for a man. Grab behind the line. It's Jennings. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. All even up after that one. Basically a brand new game.
And with the tie, guess what? Back to the offense. Back to the offense. Which defense can get a stop? These offenses have been humming.
And he makes the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Mayava. Discards it with the stiff arm. He'll be out of bounds at the 23 after gambling and bringing it out of the end zone. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Peters. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. A run for the quarterback. Excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Vols are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On the move. Breaks into the open. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Dropping back, it's Peters. That one comes out hot down the right side.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Makes the grab. It's Concepcion. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Volunteers will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got his man in the middle. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds at the 21-yard line. And the Volunteers in the hurry-up. Gonna look downfield again. Flushed out of the pocket. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this 1st half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Making side adjustments here. Motion from the wide receiver. Calls his own number. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quickly complete. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line. And the Vols are threatening on 1st and goal. On the move. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play.
Really nice job by the safety on that play, deep in their own end. They were ready for the quarterback run, and he was spying him the entire time. As soon as he saw the QB take off, he was able to rally to him and make a nice tackle.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown ball!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. field on first down. He unleashes a long one. Pulls in the deep ball. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little time. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB, man. You got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop it back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and kneeling on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. Inside the touchdown, Volunteer. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
21.
The Volunteers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
That's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Peters. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. It's good, and that was dead solid purple. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. To the air on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Get as far as you can and then get down. Don't take that hit. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. This offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. With a double-digit deficit here in the 2nd half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They're ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
So here is the Tennessee offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get... some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
And the Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Peters. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The Vols will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. If they didn't get it off in time, it'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the right.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offense is really...
Oh, he's got some space. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
But right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. If you're starting like that, now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. Snagged out of the air. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pulls it in. It's Ramirez. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
The snap sets up the throw. Flips it out in the flat. They've got the two-point conversion, and now they trail by only 9. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Mayava. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to pass. It's Peters. Got his man. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And the Vols have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Concepcion. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ballgame, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Peters. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
He's got an open man. Touchdown, Tennessee! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. Let's see, he can block, he can catch, he can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for the quarterback.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
This time he's got it. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Trying to beat the D deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Caught over the middle. It's Burr. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Good timing on the quick out. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted deep in his own end. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Back to pass, it's Peters. Works the middle of the field. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
How How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And the Volunteers line up to punt it away.
Formation to kick it away.
The kick is on its way. And the returner will be brought down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Taking in the other one, just keeps moving. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Vols want to crank the tempo. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Going the other way, and he's got room. 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. Direct snap. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and they've got it down to single digits, a 9-point game.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick six, and then your offense gets the two-point conversion. Wow.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Tennessee ready to go to work, the Big Orange offense on the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
The defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 8. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.